it's Gretchen and welcome back to my channel. So a question I get asked often when I'm out and about and the majority of my tattoos are exposed is, oh my gosh, when did you get that done? They're so vibrant, are they new? And so I often joke saying, oh, they're so vibrant because I never go out in the sun, which is not a joke, it's actually true. I never go outside. So for today's video, I thought I would kind of touch on some tips on how to keep your tattoos vibrant, how to keep them from fading, how to prolong them, because no one wants to go get a tattoo and then all of a sudden a year or so later realize, oh my gosh, they've faded so much, or oh my gosh, they're nowhere near as vibrant as they used to be, and then you have to go in for a touch-up. Something to keep in mind though is that tattoo touch-ups are not abnormal. There's gonna come a time where you will most likely realize, I probably should go get this one touched up. So don't think that it's out of the norm to go get a tattoo touch-up. I do have a whole video on that. It'll be up here. And there's nothing wrong with it. Don't think that you've done anything wrong. Sometimes it's on your end. Sometimes it just depends on the placement of the tattoo and a lot of environmental factors. So the first thing to understand about keeping tattoos vibrant, to keep them from fading, is even before you actually get the tattoo, and it's understanding placement of a tattoo. Some tattoos, depending on where they are just gonna fade. They're gonna fade faster than others. They're gonna fade a lot more than others. It just depends on where you're getting them done. Oftentimes you'll find tattoos that are exposed a little bit more often or are in a bend, like for your elbow or like your knee. Joints where there are bends sometimes fade faster than other places. So you'll find that like elbows, knees, wrists, feet. These are areas that are constantly exposed to the elements as well as to you constantly using your body. They will fade much faster. So this is even before you go out and get the tattoo. Just know that, hey, you're getting a tattoo on your wrist. It may fade faster than say on your thigh because your thigh doesn't get as much exposure as your wrist does. You also use your wrist a whole lot more than you do your thigh. So keeping your tattoo vibrant to keep it from fading starts with aftercare. So this is within the first 2 weeks or so of getting a tattoo. It's during that whole healing process. Making sure that you keep up with your aftercare and follow the instructions given to you by your artist are key. If you do not follow these, you may find that you get more cracking, you get more blisters that pop up. Your tattoo just may not hold the color as well if you don't keep up with aftercare. Every artist is going to give you different instructions. Some artists like different products over other ones. It just depends on your artist. So something that you definitely need to make sure that you do before you leave the shop, like you've gotten your tattoo, you're paying, you're checking out, all that jazz. First thing you need to do is you need to make sure that your artist goes over their aftercare, how they want you to heal their tattoo. Every artist does a tattoo differently. So that means every artist is gonna know how their tattoo style, how their tattooing heals. A lot of tattoo artists go back and forth on whether or not Aquaphor is a good item to use. I personally do not like Aquaphor. I feel like it drowns it out. I also just don't like the feel of Aquaphor. It's disgusting. It's that, I don't even know what it is. Like, what do you call that? It's very similar to Vaseline. I just don't like that feel. I personally lotion all the way, but it all depends on your artist. If your artist recommends something, try and keep to it as much as you can. If you're like me though and you find like if they recommend Aquaphor, find an alternative, but you should definitely make sure that you know what you should do for aftercare before you even leave the shop. Even if you walk out and you're all of a sudden like, oh crap, I forgot to ask, go back in. So then once you've gotten past the whole, healing phase, you've gotten past the doing your aftercare regularly, all the time, to a T, you didn't miss a step. Now comes the part where things have healed, things are normal, they're just stuck on you now. They're not, they're not healing you. You can do all sorts of stuff to them. It's great fun. Now comes the part of keeping up with their care. So back to my joking / not really of saying I never go out in the sun. The sun will make your tattoos fade pretty fast, especially if you get a sunburn on them and they blister. What you need to do is if you're a person who likes to go out in the sun or is out in the sun often, use sunscreen. UV rays are bad. They're bad for regular skin. They're bad for tattooed skin. Always use sunscreen. Make sure that you continue to apply your sunscreen as needed. Don't think that you can just put it on once and it's like good for 12 hours. No, you need to keep applying. You want to preserve the integrity of your tattoo and you really want to preserve the integrity of your own skin. Again, there's a reason why I don't go in the sun. because I look at the sun funny, except for I don't because that would scorch my eyeballs. But I go out in the sun and I immediately burn. So we just avoid it altogether. But when I do go out in the sun, you best believe I've got a really strong SPF on me at all times. You also need to make sure that you continue to moisturize your tattoos. Like the rest of your skin, you should be moisturizing all the time, whether it's twice a day, even if you just do it once a day. That's better than not doing it at all. You need to moisturize your tattoos to keep them looking vibrant, to keep them looking fresh, to keep them from fading. If you have a tattoo, have you ever looked at a tattoo and it just looks dull compared to normal? You're sitting there going like, wow, what has happened to it? Like, this is not how it looks. Seriously, go put some lotion on it and all of a sudden, everything is just like bright and shiny and wonderful. Seriously, continue to moisturize your tattoos. Now, there are a variety of tattoo lotions that you can pick from, or even just regular lotions. I personally have never tried moisturizers that are specifically formulated for tattoos. I have found that just using regular lotion is fine. Definitely keep in mind that when your tattoo is healing, you should always use unscented lotions. Now, once your tattoo is healed and everything like that, if you have a fun scented lotion that you usually put all over your body, it's not gonna harm it. But that's after it has healed. Would I recommend sticking with unscented lotions? However, I don't even listen to my own advice, and some lotions I just absolutely love, like the Hemp's brand. They just smell so amazing. And so they go all over my body. Tattoo skin and untattooed skin. So once it's healed, you have a little bit more options on moisturizers. However, the best to use is unscented. But you may also find that your body reacts to scented lotions. So really it's just better to stick with unscented. And again, there are some moisturizers out there that are specifically formulated for tattoos. I personally have not tried them. I'd be willing to try them just to see like if I notice a difference. So I can't really speak on how those work as compared to just regular unscented lotion. Just know those are options out there. If anyone has actually tried a tattoo specific lotion, leave them in the comments below, like what brand it was and whether or not you liked it. I personally would like to try different tattoo lotions, maybe make a video on it comparing them, but I don't even know where to begin because I've never tried them. So leave them below. Going off of moisturizing, you need to keep your skin hydrated to prevent signs of aging. This is just a good practice whether you have tattoos or not, you know, specifically for your face because that's always exposed to the elements, but also with your tattoos, keeping things hydrated prevents aging. Good tip. And just know at the end of the day, your tattoo might fade. It might fade over time and you've done everything you could to prevent it. It's going to happen. Please don't feel like getting a touch-up on a tattoo is a terrible thing. It's not. Your artist understands. They'll be perfectly happy to touch it up. Some artists will touch up for free if it's one time. Some artists might touch it up for free if it's within a certain amount of time. They may not charge you the same amount that they charged you for the initial tattoo, but just know that touching up a tattoo to get it back to its vibrancy, is that a word? To get it back to being vibrant, to get it back to that place, it's okay if you need to get a touch up. So really and truly, to keep your tattoos from fading, to keep them looking vibrant, you need to do the following things. 1, understand the placement of your tattoo. 2, follow aftercare to a T that your artist specified. 3, basically stay out of the sun, and if you've got to be in the sun, slap on that sunscreen. 4, continue to moisturize your tattoo. Even after it has healed, continue to moisturize. And 5, touch-ups are necessary sometimes. Don't think that they aren't. So these are just some tips that I personally adhere to when keeping my tattoos vibrant, keeping them from fading. I get stopped quite often in public saying like, oh my God, your tattoos are super vibrant. How do you keep them that way? And again, like I said, I joke saying, I don't go out in the sun, which isn't a joke. I actually don't. I mean, look at me. Do I look like I freak at the sun? No. But I also know how to care for my tattoos so that they continue to look this way, whether I went out in the sun or not. Leave in the comments below any other tips that you might add for people who are wanting to keep their tattoos looking vibrant and fresh, to keep them from fading so that they don't have to touch them up often. We'd all love to hear it. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a big ol' thumbs up. Go on down there and hit that subscribe button wherever it may be, because I don't know, even though I do. This is just my shtick now. Also hit that notification bell in case you want to know when I upload, and in case YouTube wants to let you know when I upload, because I really appreciate it. And until next time, Bye guys.